was a dark and stormy night, the day that Sherry came into this world. Sherry was born in Russia, believe it or not. And she came over on a glacier. But she did not come alone, no indeed. She came on the back of a horse. That's right. Came across into Alaska, spent a little time in Canada, she didn't like it that much. Came down to the great state of Minnesota. Well, actually North Dakota, and then Minnesota, because she didn't like North Dakota either. And then actually she went to Nebraska for a while, but the corn wasn't that great, and yeah, anyways, she came to Minnesota. Becker. And she settled in Becker. Now what she's doing, ladies and gentlemen, is very dangerous. Do not try this at home. I mean it. She was a trained professional. She has ridden with people like the Blue Angel horses, and she knows what she's doing.
Bridleless.
See, when Sherry came to Minnesota and landed in Becker, she met the tribe of Indians, as we like to call the Beckerans. And they taught her how to ride bridleless. And that's what she's doing, ladies and gentlemen. Passed down through generations and generations, bridleless horse riding. But now back to the story. You see, Sherry has done lots of cool stuff on horses. She's done some water polo stuff, and the water polo is really hard to do when you're on the back of a horse, because horses are good swimmers, but you try playing water polo on the back of a horse and see how much you like it. She's also spent a couple months with the Harlem Globetrotters on horses. It's a special program that not a lot of people get into, but, you know, Sherry's dad sent them a couple $100 and Sherry got in. They called it a special invitation, but yeah, that's how it works. Bribery works in many ways, ladies and gentlemen. After spending a couple seasons with the Harlem Globetrotters, she went back to her roots in Becker and decided to do a little bit of riding. And in an interview I had a couple weeks ago, or a couple minutes ago I should say, Sherry was quoted, and I quote, the story, real story of Sherry. In her words, as I read, I've been riding ever since I could sit up, and while I was riding I quickly discovered how making a clunky noise to my mom's horse to go faster. That desire for speed always stuck with me, but instead I began showing Western pleasure, starting with my lead line at only 18 months of age. After I got my own pleasure horse, I thought showing at the county fair would be rather exciting. I joined 4-H that following spring of my 5th grade year. Bugsy and I started attending 4-H clinics and the fun show, and at the time I was terrified to lope on them. However, through 4-H clinics and coaching from my mom, I gained enough confidence to finally lope. Reminding me of how much fun it was to go faster, well, as fast as a fat pleasure horse can go. Those are her words. And continuing, eventually 4-H became a part of my summer routine, and clinics, meetings, tax swaps were looked forward to just as much as the county and state fair. However, these past few years, a new event has been filling every empty weekend left open by 4-H. Cowboy mounted shooting. Finally, I found a sport which was not only a speed event, but it was also an event which involved shooting guns off my, hold on, page 2. Horse at a dead run. 45 caliber single action handguns. Ladies and gentlemen, this chick knows how to shoot, so watch out. However, part of me couldn't leave the pleasure world, so I continued to show my sister's horse, Bart. Last fall, I took Bart to state 4-H and won every class, claiming 2007 Senior High Point Pleasure, one of my biggest accomplishments. Bart and I spent many hours every day practicing so that I could represent Sherwin County to the best of my ability, which I was proud to do. During my training, I competed in some bridleless classes. Practicing bridleless took a couple years to master, before ever taking the bridle off. I strongly suggest you do not try this without close supervision of a professional. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, that was Sherry's words. Interview taken by me, Andy Lewis.
Whenever I say stop?
No, she's actually got like 7 minutes, so she's got to go 2 more minutes.
Cool.
Good job.
I was going to say, I'm not done yet.
You're not done yet?
I'm not done yet.
Start making paper.
He already did that.
He's in his 20s. He started at Alaska and worked his way down. I think she was at Russia. Yeah.
She came over on the nice one.
He plays water polo.
I suppose Mike spell me.
I'm waiting to get a picture of her getting bucked off.
Why is he going to happen?
She's going this long bridleless. She's asking for it. Mm-hmm.
Inside the horse realizes he doesn't have a bridle on and he can do whatever he wants.
Mike, are you doing a video?
Mm-hmm.
And it has audio? And you're talking about your daughter?
Mm-hmm.
And we're all going to laugh about it
I might
later.
put my foot on it. I don't know because that's what I'm like. Kind of story.
So to continue with the story, the future plans of Sherry. Are you done now? I was going to start talking again. The future plans of Sherry include she's going to go back to Russia, reclaim the crown of bridleless riding now that she's been trained professionally. So ladies and gentlemen, watch for her in the future Olympics in the bridleless riding class, because that's where she'll be. A living legend. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for Sherry Schultz. Take your pictures now because she will be in the history books. Thank you and have a great day.
You get to do my announcing too?
Sure?
Yeah.
No.